Hey guys, what is up? My name is Sean Result and welcome to the DeX Show. So, this is the first episode of the weekly live DeX Show where we will simply be discussing different things that happened in the past week about Samsung, about Android, about Samsung DeX, about Samsung devices. You guys are welcome to ask questions. I'll answer the questions, and yes, so topics for this week is basically these 8 topics. We'll simply be going through the topics and discussing them and seeing what happened in the past week regarding all of these things. And welcome to everyone who just joined. It seems we have 12 people currently watching. So yes guys, let's go ahead and do this. Yes, so the first thing is Linux on Galaxy, or Linux on DeX. Linux on DeX is basically I think that allows you to run full Ubuntu on your Samsung Galaxy smartphone. That's quite cool. I'm actually very stressed out, but yes, let's try and do this. Hey James. So let's go to my browser and check out Linux on DeX. So Linux on DeX is currently available for the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 and the Tab S4, and you can actually go to this website and register for Linux on DeX, and then you can actually run full Ubuntu 16.04 on your Samsung Galaxy device. You can register for about a year, and then you'll get a download link to download the app. It's basically a container app, and as you guys can see here, so your phone will need to run Android 8.1 or higher, which is currently the Galaxy Note 9 and Tab S4. And you shall see here, let me go down here. You basically register for beta trial. Then you basically just download the app. You can unzip it, and then you get a Linux image, which is currently Ubuntu 16.04. And then you can actually just mount the image, and then it will create a container on your phone for Linux and Galaxy and Ubuntu. And then you can simply start using the terminal and the normal Ubuntu on your phone. It works quite nice actually. I haven't tried it. I currently have the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus on my phone, and yes, but definitely worth a try. So if you guys own the Galaxy Note 9 or Tab S4, you must definitely go ahead and try out Linux on DeX. It's definitely really cool. You can actually develop full apps on it. You can have an IDE, you can have a full browser, you can have a terminal, you can have normal Ubuntu apps as long as the apps are compiled for Arch systems. This is basically the biggest news in the past week regarding Samsung devices. It's very cool indeed. I'll definitely be trying it out as soon as I get it on my device. And the second thing that happened in the past week, actually happened I think yesterday, is Samsung actually announced and released their new Exynos 9820 CPU. Okay, James asked a question about Linux on DeX. So currently, James asked here, I'm wondering which other distros are compatible. So currently, only Ubuntu 16.04 is compatible on Linux on DeX, but more are coming. Right now, Samsung is just working on bringing Ubuntu and making Ubuntu fully compatible. But they plan on releasing a bunch more distributions for it. But currently, sadly, only Ubuntu is available. And it says Ubuntu works well on his Note 9. So yes, the second thing that happened this week is Exynos 9820. So that's Samsung's new flagship CPU, and it's very nice. Let me go to the specs actually. So far, this is Samsung's best CPU ever, and it basically wrecks the Snapdragon 845 way much. Let's open up this web page. This guy, the Exynos 9820. So as you can see here, the next level processor for a mobile future. The Exynos 9 series 9820 mobile processor is built to maximize intelligence on the go, from AI capabilities with NPU to powerful performance through tri-cluster CPU. So the Exynos 9820 has an NPU chip specifically for AI. So for AI things, this CPU will be the best CPU on the market right now. Or maybe the Apple CPU will beat it, I'm not sure. But for Android, this is the best CPU right now available if you want to have AI related things. And here I talk about the NPU. So NPU is basically a separate chip on the CPU just for AI related functions and things. And not important. Okay, so the new Exynos 920 will be much faster for internet speeds. As you can see here, it allows for up to 2 gigabits per second, it seems. An uplink of 360 megabits per second. So it's quite fast. It's definitely a good LTE-A chip. And it has a new GPU. It has this Mali G76 GPU. Up to 40% improvement in performance and 35% enhancement in power efficiency. So the new Exynos 9820 CPU runs on an 8nm chip, so it's very small. It's almost as small as Snapdragon 855. And okay, so the camera is quite nice. So the Exynos 9820 can actually record 8K videos in 30 FPS and 4K videos in 150 FPS. So it's much better than anything else right now on the market. As you can see, capture reality in 8K resolution. So it's 8K at 30 FPS, and it can also do 4K at 150 FPS. It doesn't say it yet, but it can also do that. Rockstar security thanks to Knox. All day productivity. Here you can see about the 8nm chip. So here's all the specs as you can see here. Nothing too much special. Here you can, oh yes, and the Exynos 9820 also supports 4K resolution for an actual display. 8K 30 FPS, 4K Ultra HD, 150 FPS. So we'll definitely be seeing the Exynos 9820 CPU in the upcoming Samsung Galaxy S10, and it'll be a beast. If you think the Note 9 is a beast, it's nothing compared to the S10 next year with this CPU. It's going to be a real beast. I think they also said here something about beast performance or game changer. So yes, I'm quite excited about this Exynos 9820 CPU. Okay, then of course Samsung revealed their new foldable phone at Samsung developer conference last week or this week, and well, I expected better, but it's not that bad at least. Here you can see the Samsung foldable phone in the photos. They actually hid the device how it looks with a cover, but basically it's going to look like this. Here you can see specs also about it. It's not that impressive. I love that Samsung's actually innovating stuff, but overall it's not that impressive. I expected much better. You can see the front display will be that resolution, and yeah, it's not that impressive. I actually expected something better. I expected this Samsung foldable phone. So I actually expected to have a phone similar to, let me just find it. So similar to this one, and this one, and this one, or this one. So I expected something more, but it's definitely a step in the right direction for Samsung, I think. And now with Google's new OS, Android also now supports come on, stop crashing. So Google Android now also supports foldable phones, which is quite nice. And you can also run 3 apps at the same time on a foldable phone now. And this price actually leaked for this phone. Let me just see if I can find the price. Yes, so the price actually leaked. Let me see if I can find a price for it quickly. Okay, see it. So it's apparently going. Oh, stop crashing. So it's apparently going to cost $1,770 US dollars. So it's quite expensive, definitely quite expensive. It's much more expensive than the Note 9 or even Apple's phones. Definitely going to be a whopping price, as you can see there. But even though I expect a bunch of people are actually going to buy it still, even though it has a big price tag. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of money. Not something I would actually like to spend. Then the fourth thing is Samsung also revealed their new Infinity Flex display. So the Flex displays is foldable displays basically, and they released 4 different kinds of Flex displays. And let's look at the pictures of it. Why is it not working? Let's do this. So you can see Samsung's new Infinity displays, Flex displays. So they have the Infinity U, the Infinity V, the Infinity O, and the new Infinity. So right now my favorite is actually the new Infinity and the Infinity U, and it's rumored that the upcoming Samsung Galaxy S10 will have one of these. Most rumors are pointing towards the Infinity O, but I actually hope it will have the Infinity U instead. I just prefer this one instead of this one. I don't want a random hole in my screen just randomly placed left or right in the middle. I just prefer a nicely cut out notch at the top. I think that this looks much better for me than this. So these are the 4 new Infinity Flex displays, and I'm actually quite a fan of all of them, but this one is my least favorite one. And yeah, that's basically all to say about the new Infinity Flex displays. What do I have here? Just a photo again. Not much to say about it. Then of course Samsung also revealed their new Samsung OneUI, which is the upcoming Android 9 for the Galaxy smartphones. So currently Android 9 will go into beta at the end of this month for the Note 9 and the S9 and S9 Plus. So then you can actually enroll for beta testing for the Android 9, and then you'll get OneUI. and OneUI or Android 9 will also come to the S8 and the Note 8 probably sometime next year, and the full release of the OneUI Android 9 for S9 and Note 9 will probably come out in January, maybe February, but around the same time as the S10's release date. And we can actually show you photos of the OneUI. So OneUI is just Samsung's new skin or Android 9, and there's not much to say about it. Well, it looks quite nice actually. You can see they have a completely new design for all of their stuff. We can actually go ahead and find quickly a video of it. Maybe go to YouTube. You can search for Samsung One UI. Quick look. Here's a quick look of it. Come on, ads. I don't want to see this. Let's skip a bit. Okay, there's some One UI stuff. Okay, so now in every page or every major page, there's actually like a big window at the top that just has the title, and they optimized OneUI to have more of the important stuff at the bottom of the screen for one-hand usage. So, for instance, tabs will now be at the bottom, and all the important stuff will be at the bottom, so that you can actually reach it with one hand instead of using two hands to use it, as you can see from here. They also removed a bunch of clutter to make things easier and simpler to use. And of course, Samsung DeX is also much better on Android 9 compared to Android 8 or 8.1. Let's close this. Is that included in Samsung members beta? Yes. So if you want to enroll for Android 9 or OneUI for beta testing, it will actually be in the Samsung members app, as James said here. So yes, you can actually go ahead and get the Samsung members app. It's also only available for some countries and not for all countries. So Samsung members. I think first it will be available for Germany and US and some other countries like that. So somewhere in the app, come on. Okay, so somewhere in the Samsung members app, you'll actually get a notification that says you can now test Android 9 and OneUI for your phone. Beta testing starts for S9 and Note 9 sometime this month, and you'll probably enroll through the Samsung members app somewhere. Maybe James, you can tell me exactly where it will be or stuff. I just know it will be in the Samsung members app. It's not available for my country, so I can't actually beta test it, but it will definitely be in this Samsung members app. You can get the Samsung members app from the Play Store. I think it should be in the Play Store or in the Galaxy Store. Samsung members. Like here you can see the Samsung members app actually, and yep, that's basically that. Let's quickly see what countries are available first for it as well. So Samsung One, I can actually just do this, go to news. Let's see what come to. Yes, I know about that. I want to find the countries, what countries are actually in it. Nothing here in UK yet. So yes, the beta hasn't yet started, but will start soon. Maybe at the end of this month it will actually start. So the beta hasn't started yet. But yeah, I remember Germany is one of them, and I think the US is one of them. It's about 7 countries or so that actually gets the beta tested. It's not many countries get to beta test it. Then of course we get to this Galaxy S10 rumors. So there's a bunch of rumors about it, but the main rumors currently is that it will have 3 models: a light model. Let's actually look it up. So that will have a light model, a normal S10, and an S10 Plus, and it will have 5G S10 Plus model as well. Let me show you the different models. Samsung Galaxy S10. Let me just find an accurate picture of it. Then the S10 Plus, okay, here's an accurate picture. There's one of the holes in it. There's one. want to find it with the new okay, I can actually go ahead and look at the old pictures I have here. So basically here you can see, so this is basically how the Galaxy S10 will most likely look. It will have one of these displays in it, most likely. And in case of RAM, so the S10 Plus will most likely have 6 gigabytes of RAM or 8 gigabytes of RAM. It will have 512 gigabytes storage. It basically have all the features of the Note 9 except the S Pen. And it will run Android 9 by default. It will have the new Exynos 9820 CPU. It will have the Snapdragon 855, whatever they will name it. Yes, Jonathan. And what else? If it has the new Exynos 9820 CPU, then of course you'll also be able to record 8K videos at 30 FPS and 4K at 150 FPS. I'm not sure if Samsung will actually enable those features, but it will be able to do it, theoretically speaking, if it has that CPU in it. So hopefully we can get 8K 30 FPS video recording in it. I actually have a different document here. Let's check here. So you can see we actually have a 93.4 screen to body ratio, 3 back cameras, 5G connectivity. It might have 12 gigabytes of RAM. Not exactly sure, but it might. We have a 4000 milliamp battery, and already there now a 3D sensor camera. Oh yes, of course, an in-display fingerprint reader as well. So you'll actually be able to read your thumbprint from the screen. And Darling says, Infinity O is beautiful or elegant, but it will be fine. So honestly, I prefer not to have the Infinity O. So actually, the Infinity O is my least favorite display. My favorite is the Infinity U and the new Infinity. I just don't like the idea of having a hole in my display like that. I prefer a nice notch at the top, a small notch like this, or simply no notch. Let's see here. With Linux, can you use a webcam? So no, you can't use a webcam just yet. It hasn't been implemented yet, as Darling has said here. So sadly not yet, but hopefully soon. This is some good specs. Yes, it's definitely good specs. The Galaxy S10 will be a beast when it comes out. Probably the best phone on the market, I think. And yeah. Let's go ahead and back to the DeX Show. So then, of course, the Galaxy S9 just got a new color as well. So the Galaxy S9 is now available in an ice blue gradient color and looks fucking beautiful. Check here. So this is a new color for the Samsung Galaxy S9. It just came out like a day ago, as you can see here, a few hours ago. It's called the ice blue gradient color. It's available in China only, but it looks so beautiful, as you guys can see here. So hopefully with the S10 we'll get something like this as well. This looks so nice. Hey Johannes, how are you doing, man? The O is like that but smaller. I like the OnePlus 60 design. Also actually like the OnePlus 60. The O is like that but smaller. It is smaller, but wait, let me see first. It is smaller, I guess, but I just prefer the Infinity U display instead of the Infinity O. It looks nicer for me personally. Okay, let's move on to the last point. Problems with my S9 Plus. So I have a bunch of problems with my S9 Plus lately, especially with overheating. So as you can see here, currently it's running at 48 degrees Celsius. I'm barely doing it. I'm basically just recording a video now and streaming it. When I'm doing nothing, it's at 45 when I'm doing nothing. Johannes says, great, just come back from SDC. Oh, nice. I thought SDC ended already on Sunday or something. How was SDC for you? So my main problems with the S9 Plus currently is the lack of updates from Samsung. They are updating their phones way too less. I'm still on Android 8 and it's causing a bunch of problems for me. I also can't actually run Linux on DeX. I actually wanted to run Linux on DeX, but now I can't because I need Android 8.1 and higher. But the main problem for me right now is the overheating. My phone overheats like twice a day, and the average temperature for my phone is 45 degrees Celsius. First day. Okay, and of course also Android 8 with my phone doesn't have relative mouse support, so I can't actually play shooter games with the mouse properly. I have to struggle with that. Nice. Jonathan says, do you have any information about the compatibility to other devices? Because I know Apple products always struggle with the incompatibility to non-iOS devices. So what exactly do you mean by that, Jonathan? Just maybe elaborate exactly on what you mean by compatibility to other devices. Are you talking about Linux on DeX? Samsung is compatible with almost everything, says Darling. So currently, Linux on DeX works on Android 8.1 and higher for the Note 9 and the Tab S4, but it will come to the S9 and the Note 8 and S8 as soon as they are on Android 9. ECC was awesome. Did you get to see the foldable phone? Asks Dennis. So we actually showed the foldable phone earlier. Let me just bring it up again here somewhere in a search. Samsung foldable phone. Overall, I'm not very impressed with the foldable phone. It's nice that they're actually innovating and bringing out new stuff, but I'm not a big fan of the design. It doesn't look that nice to me personally. It's sorted by this week. So here's the foldable phone that came out at STC, and it's going to be priced around $1,700 US. That's quite expensive. James says, I'm just glad Samsung didn't adopt the notch. Jonathan, okay, yeah, basically answered my question. Yes, Jonathan, I'm glad. So, yeah, this is the foldable phone Dennis is talking about, or Darling is talking about, that came out at STC, Samsung Developer Conference this week. The specs is also mediocre. Cannot tell, sorry. Most news about the foldable phone already leaked or came out. So really, there's not much to really keep secret, to be honest. But yeah, so that's basically the end of this video. You guys are welcome to ask questions and chat a bit here now. But these are the main things that I already discussed now. Do you guys have any other news that came out in the past week about Samsung or about Android, about Samsung DeX or anything like that? Maybe tell in the comment section, we could talk about it, and yeah. What's your opinion on Linux on DeX? Personally, I really like it, but I wish they actually brought it out for more devices. I think that's the main problem with it right now, is the lack of support on all the devices. So you can tell the foldable phone will have DeX. Darling says, Linux on DeX is available on 8.1 on Tab S4 and Note 9. Yes. I can actually try it and run the DeX app here, the Linux on DeX app. So I actually have it here. I can search for Linux on DeX beta. As you can see, I actually have the app on my phone. I can try and run it. It simply says, update your software. Linux on DeX requires your device to have the latest software to support some features. So it automatically sees I don't have Android 8.1 or higher, and then it doesn't run. It just simply doesn't run. So Darling says it's based on Linux containers, so it should run fast older phones too. Yes, it will run on older phones. I think the main reason is Samsung wants to test it a bit more on the newer phones that has a better hardware, of course. It might also be the case that Android 8.1 has some certain Linux kernel stuff built in that's actually required for Linux on DeX, which the Android 8 or Android 7 doesn't have. Maybe, not exactly sure, but there might be something like that. That's also a problem. Maybe you can elaborate on that, Johannes, if you're still here. I think you probably know the most about Linux on DeX right now between all of us in this chat. I see 13 people are watching. Nice. Darling, yeah, the tab only has 835, so it's not the speed issue. Yes, it's most likely just the software that's currently limiting Linux on DeX to run on older phones. Darling, what's your opinion on the foldable phone? You like it or what? I know we discussed it a while ago as well. James says, I'm interested in getting Library Lake running on Mint, but I guess it needs to be ARM compatible. Yes. So Johannes, I just basically ask you to elaborate a bit more on Linux on DeX and why it's not running on all the devices. Maybe you know, or maybe you can tell me why it's not compatible on all the devices besides the software not being old enough or new enough or something like that. Maybe something in the Linux kernel for Android 8 that's causing it not to work, or yeah. So right now, James, currently Samsung just has Ubuntu 16.04 available on Linux on DeX, but they are planning on bringing more distros available later, such as Linux Mint. But right now, Ubuntu is the main focus for it, because Ubuntu is actually the most popular Linux distro besides Android, of course. And yeah, Darling says, I wish I had the foldable phone with DeX. I will always bring it in my pocket. It looks really good. Dennis, or darling, does this really look good to you? This foldable phone. Personally, it doesn't look good to me. The bezels are way too big. As you can see, the front bezels here, that's insane bezels there. And the resolution is really not that good either. That's just my personal opinion of it. I also think a 5-inch phone is too small for me personally. Because if you have a foldable phone, you'll most likely use the front display most of the time, and this is a crappy display to have as a front display. Darling says, everything inside Linux on DeX has to be made for Arch64 binaries. So yes, so if you have an app on the Linux on DeX app, the app can't run unless it's compiled for the Arch64 binaries, which Darling is talking about. It's not all apps actually work on it as well. Just some apps that Samsung already has compiled for this version, or if the developers actually compiled it for that version or that base kernel. And yeah, so currently Linux on DeX is actually quite limited as well, but it has the browser, it has full-blown IDE, it has most things developers need to develop most things. Johannes says, while Samsung has a poor follow-up on updates and the DeX team has limited resources, that's why they focus on new devices. Okay, that's understandable. And Samsung is very slow with updates. I haven't received an update on my phone in a few months. Let's actually go ahead and check here. If I go to the About phone, and not here, software update, you can see here, wait, where can I see, so my last update was 1 August 2018. That's a few months ago, and personally that's way too slow. I want to see at least one update or 2 updates every month. That seems to be a much better update rate for me personally. If you look at Linux, Ubuntu, or Windows 10, they update like every week almost, and that's much better. Darling says the smaller screen looks usable, but its secondary screen for selfies. The 7.5 inch tablet is like iPad Pro bezels. Maybe. Close at least. But I think most people won't even use the tablet display most of the time. Maybe for watching a video or for using DeX or things like that. And Darling says all Linux apps run in Android kernel, so they show up in battery stats separately. It runs kind of like a VM right now in DeX only. So yeah, so right now Linux and DeX is actually within an app and within a container. So it's oh, wait a minute. So you can actually see each Linux app as its own thing in the battery stats, if I get you correctly. That's quite cool. So for instance, if I go to battery now, so let's say I actually used the Chromium browser on Ubuntu, then will actually show up Chromium browser here in my battery stats, or what? Or will it just show Linux on DeX here? Also, my battery life is very bad on this phone as well, which is part of the problems I have with the Galaxy S9 Plus. My battery lasts about 3-4 hours if it's not plugged in and just using it for normal stuff, and then if it's plugged in, it takes about maybe maybe like 4 or 5 hours to actually charge from 10-20% all the way up to 100%. So it charges very slow. Has anyone benchmarked Linux on DeX yet? I'm sure someone has, but I haven't yet. Darling, maybe you can benchmark it for us. Darling says it also gives an SSH terminal outside of DeX, and I am going to cover what works inside of DeX right now for me. Because it's actually the DeX app has a terminal for you to actually access. Even if you're not in DeX, but just on your normal phone, you can actually access the terminal from the DeX app or from the Linux app and just use the terminal like that. Let's try and find a photo. Linux on DeX. I want to show you guys the terminal thingy. Is there maybe a photo here of it? It's extremely hot today also in South Africa. Today was 47 degrees Celsius here in my city. I want to try and find a photo quickly of that terminal. So when you have the phone and not DeX, then it has a terminal inside of the app that you can actually use without the root. So similar to this, but just in the app. Linux on DeX. Okay, so yeah, you can actually see it here. So here's the terminal that you can actually use on your phone. I think Dennis is talking about this. So Dennis is Darling. I'm saying Dennis because I actually know him. Darling, like Blender and Chrome show up as their own battery stats areas. That's very cool. Darling says there is no Linux on DeX app stat by itself. Okay, that's quite interesting actually. That's very cool in my opinion. Darling says, well plugged into DeX, it will charge slowly. Linux on DeX runs faster than normal Chrome. I benchmarked it with Optane and it was faster on Linux than normal mobile Chrome. Okay. Terminal works on phone without using DeX. Yes. That's interesting about the Chrome working better on Linux on DeX. Is there maybe a site to do benchmarks online? Let's see. Online benchmarks. Online benchmarks free. Dennis, maybe you can do a benchmark for us on Linux on DeX. Maybe see how well it runs. No, I don't want to do that. Oh wait, this is a crappy website. It's not designed very well. So it seems you can actually benchmark your phone or device from this website. Online multi-core CPU benchmarking service uses only JavaScript to benchmark computer performance using Photon mapping rendering engine. Free benchmark options available: performance, extreme, and stress test. Photon mapping is performed by CPU alone, no GPU is used, and yes, Dennis, maybe you can do a test for us in this. Yeah, it blew my mind. It works faster than the phone. Okay, that's quite cool if it works actually faster and better than the normal Android. James just says lol. And guys, so that's basically it for this live stream. If you guys have any other questions or things you would like to discuss, maybe we can go through that as well. Will any of you guys be opting in for the beta when it comes out? I ran Optane benchmark, says Darling. What was the results for the benchmark you ran? Can you actually see benchmarks here from other people? How was the benchmarks that you did? Maybe I should run a benchmark while being live. Let's see what happens if I run a benchmark while live. Also, how long does a benchmark actually take? So it's rendering something here now. and mouse support and Alt Tab works 100% well. So yes, mouse support in Android 8.1 and higher actually works perfectly, unlike mouse support on Android 8 and lower, which is very nice. And James says Linux will solve the issues I have with full screen and Office. What full screen option? What full screen problems are you having? Because most things for me actually works perfectly in full screen. Like what apps do you have that doesn't run in full screen for you? Maybe I can try it out for you quickly and see if it works or doesn't work for me and stuff. This thing takes quite long. Damn. What's my phone temperature? So my phone is currently running at 49 degrees Celsius. It usually overheats at like 55. James says, I use Kodi a lot as a media player. It won't run full screen. Okay, let's try out Kodi. I want to close this test now. Let's quickly test out Kodi and see if I can get it to run. I don't have Kodi. Do you need an account for Kodi, or is it the free thingy? If it's just a media player, why don't you just use the normal built-in media player that comes with your phone, like Samsung video player or Samsung's music player? Darling says Linux on DeX, I mean mouse support is amazing. Yeah, I can think so. I'm busy installing Kodi now. Let's see if I can get Kodi to run in full screen actually. It's busy installing. I think I have tried Kodi before, like at the first month of having this phone. Darling says LibreOffice is all working inside Linux on DeX. YouTube plays well inside Linux Chrome in full screen. Okay. The Office apps on Android or Samsung DeX is very bad in my opinion. It's much better on Linux on DeX. Okay, let's open up Kodi and see how well it runs. Here's Kodi. It's open. I'll maximize it now in a few seconds. Kodi connects to media server. Okay, so Kodi doesn't have a maximize button. Does this work? Okay, so my Kodi just went full screen. It seems I can actually get Kodi to run full screen. I simply pressed the Windows key plus up, and then Kodi went full screen for me, as you can see here. Mr. Evergreen asks, can I ask you what the total wattage consumption is for DeX inclusive the phone? I'm not actually sure. How can I check maybe? If you can tell me how to check, then I'll check for you. I have this app where I'm actually checking temperature. As you can see, it's currently running at 48 degrees Celsius. I'm not exactly sure how to check the wattage consumption. If you can maybe tell me, like, give me an app or a different way to check, then I can check for you. So yes, James, as you can see here, Kodi runs perfectly in full screen for me. So I'm not sure why you can't get it to run full screen. What phone do you have, James? I have the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. So Darling says, I tried the Windows Office apps on DeX and I liked them during the free trial, but I don't like Microsoft Office much. Okay. Also tried them, but I can't get them to work. Even though I have a license, it says my license doesn't work or something, but I do have a license and it's just so confusing for me. So yeah, I can have nothing, just go and try and play something, I guess. Okay, so the mouse support is a bit weird. Like I'm clicking on music videos, but it's pressing here. As you can see, so the mouse support is not that good for some reason. Dennis says Ampere, the app shows you. Let me check the app again. Note 9, I don't get a maximize button. So I don't have a, James, I don't have a maximize button either, but I press the Windows key plus up to maximize it. I can also just demaximize it now again. And as you can see here, now it's demaximized. So I'm gonna press the Windows key plus up together, and then it will just maximize it. Just click on it, maximize, as you can see here. So yeah. But it seems the mouse support is a bit funky in maximize mode. So you might have to first select what you want to watch and then maximize it. It seems. Let's go to the app here. What does Mr. Evergreen say? I don't know how to check it, but I can imagine it's not much and you save electricity money. You can also play some nice looking games on them nowadays. No need for a desktop PC smartphone. Definitely true. Dennis, where does it show the ampere? I don't know how to check. Oh, do you mean in the device, this one? James, let me know if Kodi works for you now or not. But yeah, it works for me, as you can see here. Let's close Kodi. Yes, guys, I'm gonna end this video now, this live stream. Let me know in the comment section what time you guys would like for me to stream in your time zone and your country, and also what you guys would like for me to talk about and stuff. I'll definitely get more used to this in the future. I'm a bit stressed out right now for this thing, so I'm stuttering and mumbling a bit more than usually. But yeah, I'm sure I'll get more relaxed and stuff, and we'll have fun discussing Samsung news and Android news and Samsung DeX news as time goes on with the next DeX shows. And yeah, Darling says, do you want to remote control my DeX? Yes, I do, darling. Can we do it now or not now? There's an app called Ampere in the Play Store. Okay, let's go check out that app, Ampere. I'll just close Play Store first. Open it again. Let's search for Ampere. Okay, I see. Let's install Ampere and see how it is. So next week for the DeX show, I will try to have again some topics to talk about and just go through topics, discuss them, and also show you guys some stuff, and then at the end we can also just talk again and maybe ask some questions and answer some questions and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna read there. Agree. If you okay. Okay, it's busy measuring now. Okay, let's wait. Okay, so Mr. Evergreen, is this maybe what you wanted to know? You can leave this app here to run a bit while we talk and see just what goes on. So far it's about a 310, 320 average. Status charging, plugged AC charger, level 48%, health good. Temperature 45 degrees Celsius, voltage. I'll send you the details. Okay, thanks Dennis. Okay, so Mr. Evergreen, this seems to be around the average we get for it. if this is what you wanted. Okay, let's just simply go ahead and uninstall the app now. I do not want to keep it at all. Okay, Dennis, I think I received the details, but I think I'm gonna have to end this video now. It's getting a bit long and it's late. As you can see, it's currently 2:30 in the morning, but we can definitely connect sometime and then make a video about it as well. Yes, guys, I guess I will see you guys in the next video, and then we can discuss some more topics. I might make the next video Friday or Saturday or Sunday, maybe during the weekend. And yes, TeamViewer. Okay, wait, let's see. Maybe we can actually get it to work. I'm quickly gonna connect to Dennis. 1113255467. I'll probably need a password also. What? My internet's fine. 1113255467. James just subscribed. Thanks, James. Okay, Dennis, you can maybe send me the password via WhatsApp if you want to, or something. Oh, it's just working, it seems. Okay, guys, so here we have Linux on DeX and Darling's computer, it seems. Dennis, can I go ahead and just say run or what? I don't want to just screw around with your phone. You guys, here we can actually see Linux on DeX running perfectly on Darling's phone. He has a Samsung Galaxy Tab S4. He's using the Tab S4. Darling, you can maybe show us some stuff if you want to. We'll be more than glad to watch you. So here he has the Chromium browser open. It's the full Chromium browser on Linux on DeX and Ubuntu. And this is also Ubuntu 16.04 for Linux on DeX. Maybe you can show us the developer tools on Linux on DeX. And here he has Visual Studio Code open. With Visual Studio Code, you can actually use it as a code editor and program, make apps, make websites, just do normal programming with this app. Here's the terminal, the Ubuntu Linux terminal. So it's full Ubuntu running on your phone right here on a Samsung Galaxy Tab S4. Here's the Octane benchmarks. You can benchmark the browser and the phone now with Linux on DeX. So it has Chromium version 70, OS Linux, Ubuntu 16.04. Here is the developer tools. You can say inspect element, see the code normally. So it's a full Linux on DeX browser you have here. Not some shitty Android Chrome browser. Dennis, can maybe also show the files folder. So when you use Linux on DeX, you actually have a shared folder that you can use between both devices. So just that folder can be accessed from both devices and not any other folder. Internal memory low. Okay, so it seems you actually ran out of memory. I think that the Tab S4 has 4 GB of memory, which is not that much, or 6 GB. Can't remember exactly. And these are the benchmark scores for it now. maybe Dennis, you can show us the okay, Darling's gonna open up Blender now, and this is the normal full Blender for Ubuntu and Linux. Running a project, you can render stuff, you can make your designs and 3D work. Here is the normal Linux file manager, and there is the Linux on DeX sharing folder you just had there. So guys, by seeing this, what is your opinion on Linux on DeX right now? As you can see here, it's running perfectly. It seems to have a bit of lag here, but it's simply because we're using TeamViewer now to go into his phone and look at this. Dennis, is there actually a nice video editor also on Ubuntu, or is this Blender actually the only thing you can use for that, or is there actually like an Adobe or something like that available also? Can you maybe show us all the built-in apps for maybe the this app? Okay, so as you can see, here is all the built-in apps for Ubuntu right now on Linux on DeX. The apps that it currently runs and works on it. You have Thunderbird there, LibreOffice. Okay, that's quite nice. Let's see what Dennis does here. Dennis, I think I'm gonna stop the team view for now, but we can definitely continue it sometime again. I would love to show more of the lines on DeX here. What does this do? Then there is a video editor for now. Okay, interesting. Yes, guys, I think we should end this video here for now. I'm gonna stop the team view now, Dennis. Let me just figure out how. Close connection. Thanks for that, darling. Showing us lines on DeX there. Yes, guys. Then I guess I will see you guys in the next video. You're welcome to leave comments in the comment section. I'll try to answer the comments for you, and I'm sure Darling and other people will also help to answer you in the comment section. And you guys are welcome to comment down below topics and stuff for next week as well that we can possibly discuss. And yes, then we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. James says, does Ubuntu give root access via a file manager? I don't think it does. Maybe Darling can tell you on that. I don't think it does. I know Ubuntu has a shared folder to the Android, but mostly Ubuntu and Linux just runs in a container, kind of separate from Android, but it uses the Android kernel for the base for the Ubuntu. But I don't think it has root access at all to the core files of the kernel and the Android system. I don't think so. Maybe Darling can tell us more about that quickly in the comments. If Darling doesn't reply soon, I'm gonna end this video. Let's see if it does reply. But yeah, I don't think it has root access. James, you said you have the Note 9, if I'm correct. Have you received the Linux on DeX beta yet? Or do you plan on actually trying it out? Okay, Dennis says he doesn't have root access. So, James, if you actually want to go ahead and try out the Linux on DeX, you can actually get the APK for now and not have to wait for it to actually be available for you. So you can actually search for Linux on DeX APK. And then here you'll see the APK from APK mirror. You can go to this link. And here you can simply go ahead and download the Linux on DeX APK for your phone. And then you can actually run it on your phone now as well. Since you have the Note 9. So it should work perfectly for you. I've installed it, just not tried it yet. Okay, I see. You must definitely try it out. It's very exciting to have the ability to run Ubuntu on your phone. At least for me. So yes guys, that's basically the first video. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Let me just find this close button.